Afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On the Clock with Personal Living Alert. I'm David. I'm with Personal Living Alert, and today we're going to talk to a good friend of mine, Felicia Saraceno, and Felicia is with the Arlington of Naples, and she is the Director of Business Development for them. So good morning, Felicia, and how are you today?
Good morning, David. Thank you very much for having me today.
Not a problem. It's always weird seeing people like this when you're used to seeing them face to face and things like that, but could be the new norm for all I know. I have no idea.
This is true. This is very true.
So let me ask you, what is your background and how did you get involved in the senior market?
Sure. So I have been working in senior living for a while now. We moved down to Naples going on 2.5, 3 years now. And we moved down from Connecticut. And when I was working in Connecticut, I worked in senior living background and I had a hospice and a marketing background as well. So I have been strongly connected to the senior living industry for a while now.
Now, did you go to school for that, or was there an event in your life that made you decide to go into the senior market? How did that come about?
So I didn't go to school for geriatrics, but I worked for a company that shall remain nameless, and they were very much concerned with the bottom dollar and making more and more and more money. And I started thinking that I wanted to work for a company that had more meaning and gave back to the community more. And I had an opportunity to work for a hospice that was doing a capital campaign and opening a freestanding hospice in the state of Connecticut, a building, so to say. And it had never been done before in the state of Connecticut. And that was a true calling for me because these were people who needed lots of care for end-of-life care. And they helped folks who were as old as over 100 years old, and they even helped infants as well. So it really made a big aha moment for me.
You know, that's an industry I don't think I could excel at. I mean, you really have to be a special person to be a hospice person. And my hat goes off to anybody and everybody in that next segment of our industry. You know?
Yes, they're truly angels, and they all are there for a reason.
Yeah.
And then I kind of morphed into senior living from there, so it's been a little bit interesting.
That's okay. So you're on the west coast of Florida. I'm on the east coast. COVID-19 is impacting you guys differently. How's it impacting the Arlington of Naples right now?
So the building is on a lockdown, so to say. We are not accepting visitors, but things change every day because today there's a lot more opening. The governor has had a lot more opening. So we do follow the executive orders from the governor, ACA orders, the CDC. We follow all those guidelines. And then we also watch out for our residents as well. So things can change on a daily basis. However, our residents are in a sort of an isolation per department because we are a life plan community and we have independent living, assisted living, memory care, and skilled nursing. So we've done a very great job, all of our staff and our residents, and they've really come together to make sure that our residents are being cared for properly. You know, our dining room is not open at this time. That may change. Activities are done a little bit differently now. And those life enrichment programs are done a lot by Zoom. So I would say our residents are Zoomers. So they're doing a lot of Zooming. And then we have a live channel as well that we can stream to. And that helps to engage those who aren't comfortable with technology as well.
Oh, all right. So you mentioned that you're getting some guidance from the governor and ACA and things like that. I assume Arlington is part of a major corporation and they're probably helping out also? Or you guys?
Yes. We are our parent company is Lutheran Life Communities. They're located in Chicago, Illinois, and they've been around for over 125 years.
Wow.
We are the first one here in Florida. And in our community here, we have residents who have freestanding homes, estate homes. We have apartments, we have suites for healthcare industry, and then even in our skilled nursing, they're all private rooms. So we do have a beautiful community The entire community is gated with a security guard, 24-hour security for our residents. And it is a lot of fun here when it's non-lockdown, I would say non-COVID, because our residents do drive around in golf carts. So they have a lot of fun here.
You know, that's interesting that you say all your units are single, because I know I talked to a lot of other assisted livings who have shared rooms, and I know they're thinking about changing their capacity because they don't know in the future if they can even do shared rooms because of potential pandemics. And you're not going to have to worry about that because you're all single now.
Yes, we are, even in our skilled community is a 5-star rated skilled unit, and we do have private rooms there, and we have specific nursing teams for each section. So we do have 24/7 nursing in each of our healthcare entities, in assisted living, memory care, and in skilled nursing. And then for, even we do have our single rooms. We have an ECC license, which is an extended congregate care license for assisted living and memory care, which means that we do elevate our level of service for our residents that are here.
Now, you mentioned you guys have live streaming. So that's one way to keep your residents engaged. I mean, because one of the big draws, I guess, between an independent living and an assisted living is not sitting in your room all day long. So what kind of programming, what are you guys doing to keep these guys engaged?
So we are a Lutheran Life community. So on Sundays, our pastor, Chris, is doing his services online. He does stream it live for everyone so that they are able to go to services if they would like. We do have our life enrichment team that they do. It could be anything from bingo to behind the scenes of the Arlington, which we've taken them back through how our kitchen is working through the age of COVID right now, and how the hot food and the cold food is separate, to how laundry services are doing each an individual area of the Arlington right now. Ensuring that there's no cross-contamination, which is very important. But we do morning exercise programs. Mildred is our exercise guru. She does 26 classes a week.
Wow.
She's doing them all online. And she does them specifically for each section, I would say, so that, memory care is going to be a little bit more adaptive yoga and meditation, while assisted living is going to be a little bit differently than independent living. We have a fantastic memory care life enrichment associate. Her name is Mona. She's a certified dementia practitioner. So having her here with our memory care team is so imperative for our residents. She does an Ageless Grace program, which is cutting edge brain fitness that helps to stimulate the 5 functions of the brain. And then we also have music therapy with songs by heart. She also does some yoga and meditation with them. And we have pet therapy that come through the building as well. So we do a lot with our residents, and memory care is a little bit of a different animal because the whole unit, we do keep folks as far apart as possible and break them down into smaller groups, but it's harder to keep them isolated because they are used to being so much engaged and together.
Well, I would think in memory care, isolation can be a good thing. So they really need to be out there. I noticed you talked about yoga. I need the beginner class. First of all, I'm not very flexible. And then second of all, when I took yoga classes once, I think I fell asleep when they did that like relaxation at the very end.
That's a good thing. I think you're supposed to.
Then it worked for me. So how are you keeping sane during all this time? What are you doing?
Personally or professionally?
Are you and your husband, you guys going out? I mean, you guys are a little more open than we are, but are you guys going out to dinner? And if so, cool. If not, when do you think you're going to start going out, and things like that? What are you doing, like I said, to keep yourself sane?
So there is a lot of Netflix streaming happening and Amazon Prime, but we're cautious for how we're going out, and we have gone to the beach. The beach over here in Naples has modified hours, I would say right now, so it's a little bit challenging, but we still do, try and get out there. We have gone out to dinner once right now to a restaurant that they were open at 25% capacity at that time. and there were only 6 tables. So we are trying to promote our local restaurant around us here that are more mom and pops, because I don't know how they could survive with 6 tables a night, you know. So we have done that, and then other than that, it's just a lot of, you know, bike riding, swimming in our pool type of a thing right now.
That's nice. Fabiana and I talk about when we're ready to go out again. And, you know, they just started easing the restrictions today on our coast. And I tell you, no desire, neither one of us. You can't foresee us going to a restaurant or anything for at least 6 months. I mean, the next outing that's on the books is going to a theater to watch. I can't remember which play we got coming on up, and that's in November, and we're hesitant about doing that. I mean, you know, we just don't know, you know, and
Yeah.
it's just crazy out there.
Yeah, and you have to have a comfort level and be comfortable with where you're going. Um, you know, there are some quieter spots that we can go to a park, or, you know, go out to the beach where you know, there a lot of locals go. So it's a lot more social distancing happening. And it really takes the comfort level. Your coast was more impacted than our coast. And so I think there's going to be, you know, 50% of people are going to say, yes, let's go out there and let's keep going. And then the other 50 are going to say no. And I'm in the middle, you know.
You just don't know. You know, you don't know. And you see all these things about people going to the beach, and the pictures that they're not social distancing, they're sitting together and they're sitting in bigger groups of more than 10. And I don't know, it's just something. We've gone to a park and we were able to, closest person was like maybe 200 feet from us. So we were comfortable there, but I just don't know. What do you think the future is going to be like? I mean, you know, I assume everybody at Arlington is probably wearing masks and things like that. I mean, you know, the foreseeable future, 6 months a year, I think that's going to be the new norm. When you go out, are you masking up and gloving up? And do you think that's going to be part of what you do for the next year or two? Or what do you think?
You know, we do wear masks when we're here and work. I don't have mine on right now. I'm in my own room right now with no social interaction. When I do go out, we wear masks into stores and gloves, especially when you get gas and whatnot. I don't know when I'm going to feel comfortable taking my mask off. However, I will say, as far as assisted living and memory care, this has really taught us that a lot of folks were not prepared for needing care for their loved ones. There's a lot of people in Naples who their family members don't live local, and they've called us up and say, I need somewhere for mom or dad to go. I want them to go into assisted living. So I think over the summer, there's going to be a lot more exploration of assisted living and memory care, because once we go, if this comes back in the fall, like they're saying it's going to come back, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. And we go into a lockdown again, those people may not get their first, second, or third choice.
Right.
If they need care. What we've seen is some people are okay with having home care come into their home, while others say, no, I want to go somewhere. I don't want to be worried about, is the same person going to be able to come and service me if they get sick because I need home care? So they're looking into assisted living and memory care options for their loved ones. And with those sort of lockdowns that happen, they're not accepting admission. So what do?
Yeah.
You live in California and
Yeah.
your mom and dad live down in Southwest Florida. So I think there's going to be a lot more inquiries, because we have gotten quite a few. And, you know, there's times where we couldn't take anyone. So we are trying to make sure our residents are safe, and then it's safe for someone to come in. And that's why we do have folks coming into our skilled community, and they are quarantined. And now, of course, we're asking for COVID tests as well, which makes everyone feel a lot more comfortable. But that's all evolving right now. But I'm just saying that when it comes back around again, I think there's going to be a lot more preparedness happening.
Yeah. I agree with you on. I mean, we know what the devil, whatever you want to say, looks like now. And yeah, the first time it's on us for not being prepared. The next time, there's no excuse for not being prepared.
Yes, and we're doing a lot of virtual right now, virtual events, virtual workshops. I'm doing 3 this month, 3 next month, and I'm working on a panel right now, which I can't wait to share with everyone. It's going to be post-acute preparedness for COVID-19. And, how can we make sure that we are thinking ahead and have all of our ducks in a row for our loved ones. So I think that's going to be really important for folks to have kind of a broad panel of industry leaders helping us with that guidance.
I agree. Felicia, you were just a wealth of information. I truly appreciate that. But if somebody wanted to get in touch with you or find out more information, I mean, not even about the Arlington maybe, but just general question, how can somebody reach out and say, I have a question? How would they get in touch with you?
Sure, so they can always contact us on our website. We have a live chat function, and our website is www.arlingtonnaples.org. They can also call us, 239-307-3000. And then we have 2 social media pages. We have Arlington of Naples, and we also have Oakton Place at the Arlington. So Oakton Place is our healthcare side of the community. And on both pages, we have live chat features, of course, messengers on Facebook, but we post a lot of really helpful information, and some of our upcoming events are on there as well, just to help people get a little bit more information of what's a life plan community, what we have to offer, and then, what information they might need and how we can help.
That's awesome. It's really nice. So I just want to say thank you very much for being on. I truly appreciate it. And stay safe, my friend.
Thank you. You too. It was a pleasure being on your program today, and thank you very much for inviting me.
Not a problem. Anytime.
Okay.